Hello everyone, in today's video we are going to be talking about the history of the T-46 tank, which means I got a mastery on him. And let me tell you, even if it was a week when you posted, or even more than a week when you posted the last tank. Yeah, sorry about that. I had some missions to do, some events in some games. You must understand, we are all gamers here. So yeah, I'm up with this new tank. I got that mastery. I can't say it's maybe 1 or 2 days after the T-26. T-20, yep. So let me get the history done, and of course let me tell you something else. There aren't any videos I can be showing you, so the only thing I can show you is some of the images, and that's about it. So here we go. The T-46 was a Soviet fast light tank developed in 1935 as an improvement to the earlier T-26. The design, so the tanks are similar. You can see them. If you put those tanks together, you can see that they are pretty much the same. Just the T-46 is a little bit bigger and faster, but that's about it. The design was later discarded by the government after the prototypes were built and tested. The project ended up being too expensive and a poor design. The thin armor, bulky hull, and small main gun put the crew in great danger. That's right. If any of you played Brutal Tanks, you would know the tank, that tank is fast, but doesn't have any armor. But it's tier 3 in World of Tanks, so it wouldn't matter that much. But yeah, so this is the history part, which means if you look at the tank in game, that tank is a little bit more better than what it says on the history part of it, which made the tank unstable for use in combat. The Soviet T-46 began an improvement to the T-26. The T-46 served the same purpose as the T-26, but it was quite different. It was a fast and lightly armored tank. So T-26 was a light infantry tank. So the T-26 was pretty good when used with the infantry, and it served a lot of purpose to the Russian army during all the wars. If you're interested, you can watch that video about that tank. So yeah, that's why that tank was super good. So it could reach speeds up to 50 kilometers with relative ease, and that's true even in World of Tanks. If you play this tank, you would know how fast it goes for a tier 3 tank. So yeah, the T-26 suspension consisted of 8 small road wheels carried in pairs on small bogies. The bogies were supported in pairs by leaf springs. This was a much less effective system than the Christie suspension, so remember that, much less effective, which had a more advanced yet more expensive system to maintain and produce. And if we're gonna talk about the systems people use on tanks, how they build them, and you can see the Germans, for instance, all of their tanks were built super expensively. They were hard to maintain, hard to repair, so all the people that drove Tigers, that were in Tigers, the crews in those tanks would, if the Tiger broke down, would actually just leave the tank or destroy the tank, so it could not get into the enemy's hands. And yeah, you do not want an expensive system when it comes down to the tank. You want a system that you can easily produce, manufacture and use in war, and still be good for at least 10 years up front. So that's why that's important. This is the reason why the OKMO team at Zavod No. 185 was ordered by the government of Soviet Union to produce an improved version of the fast light tank, the T-26. So the Russians thought a little bit like the Germans at that part, when they wanted the T-46, because Germans, all of their tanks were fast, going up to 45 kilometers per hour, but the T-26, I think it was going 38 or 35, not sure. So maybe that's the reason they wanted an improved version of the tank. Yet the design of the T-46 has proved being too expensive compared to the final performance of the vehicle to mass produce. Like I said, if it's too expensive, you cannot produce the vehicle uh, uh, that fast, and that can be a detriment in war. So yeah, the thin armor, small main armament, and the bulky big design of the tank made the government of Soviet Union cancel the project and rather create the T-26S and later T-46S as the improved mass production capable tanks. At some legacy left over by the T-46S, a later improved version of the T-46 lived on to see the battles in Finland. So as you can see, they still built the tank, but it was not the T-46, it was the T-46S. If you play World of Tanks, there are a lot of guns you can put on the tank, and by that, that's probably what they mean. So yeah, that's what it says in history. I wouldn't be saying I'm a historian myself, but I do enjoy history time to time, and I did like that when I was a child. So I mean, if you're like me, I think these videos might be for you then. So yeah, let me move on to the gameplay and interest some other folks that also want to watch this video. So yeah, let me move on. Okay, and we're on the gameplay part. So now let me just get it started. Okay, so the map is Himmelsdorf, and I'm playing the T-46 with a 45mm gun, and I don't think my crew was special. I mean special in that way that is 100%. Okay, you know what, now when I remember it, actually it was special. So it was 100% trained. So on Himmelsdorf you can take three sides. You can go the light side where I'm going. Now this is, I'm talking this uh, in mind, not for lower tiers. When you're playing lower tiers, it doesn't matter where you go. There's always gonna be tanks that can shoot you, kill you. As you can see there, my tank went in front of me. The good thing is there's no friendly fire. Oh, boo, boo. I mean, a lot of the players that are playing casually miss that part. Even some of my friends who play the game say, oh my god, this game is super worse right now. And I can understand. I mean, shooting at your own tanks was part of the fun, you know? So, yeah. What I want to say else was, about the map. So, this is something I'm gonna tell you about higher tiers. So this is the lower tiers. Doesn't matter what you do here, it doesn't matter where you go here. What matters is that you find that game and get that master on it. That's about it. Just finding yourself in lower tiers. That's all you have to do. Have some luck, some RNG, and if you get a good game, you're gonna get the master. That's how lower tiers work. When I'm talking about higher tiers, there is the hill, there's the death alley, and there's this part here where light tanks like to occupy, and TDs. So the hill is on A0 to K0, or A9 and 0, and K 2K 9 and 0. So just so you know, that's all the hilly part. The other one is from A7 to K7. That is the Death Alley, and if a lot of you have played this game more than just playing it a few hours, you would know that that is the Death Alley, and the reasons are that there are a lot of tanks there. Unfortunately, there are not a lot of tanks right now because this is lower tier, but if you go in higher tiers, there is gonna be a lot of tanks there. And which was the which did I leave? Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry about that. Uh, and light tank and TD tank side is A12 and K12. I mean, even if you play this not hour, if you play this game at least 1 week, you can practically understand every map. The maps are not that hard to understand, they're pretty simple. If you ask me, now I'm getting shot. And while I was telling you this, I got 4 kills and 453 damage. Now, uh, let me talk about myself. I mean, this is just the gameplay. I always like commentary over gameplay. So yeah, uh, not a commentary like oh, how do you say that? Now I'm forgetting stuff. Oh, hello dude. How you doing, mate? Not the professional commentator. Like commentating about what I do and stuff like that, so you know more about me and the game I play. So yeah. Uh, I mean, what can I say? Now, I was thinking too hard about how can I tell the tell you the words, and I forgot what I wanted to say. Man, sometimes, really. I'm really grateful that I got to learn English in my own way. I couldn't say, I couldn't say, sorry, I can't say that I am uh, a professional at learning English, or I learned English professionally. Um, I can say that I don't know if all of you people can agree with me, is that I learned this game not professionally, but not this game. What am I talking about? Not the game, I'm talking about the language. I logically did the game, again, the game. You know, the game is gonna kill me one day. Uh, the language. So that's how I learned this language. Now I can communicate with you more or less, but still, I can say that yeah, I'm pretty happy that I was able to learn English in my own way, from school and just watching YouTubers and stuff like that, and watching movies and cartoons, and yeah, I can say I'm happy that I learned this language better than some, I can say, but not better than those who went into higher education than me, so I can't tell I am better than them, that's for sure. So yeah, uh, yeah, and now when I was talking about the language, I just got what I wanted to tell you, but I'm gonna tell you that at the end of the video, so let me move on to the post stats and I can tell you there. Okay. Okay, so this is the post stats. As you can see, I got the master. I got 15,828 credits, 3,363 experience, and I got Top Gun. Is it a Top Gun? Yeah, I think it's called Top Gun. So yeah, you can see there how much damage I dealt, how much tanks I damaged, destroyed. And let me get to the team score. As you can see here, I got the most experience, but I didn't do the most damage in the game, and that is understandable because I mostly stole kills. I'm not sure, but I think I mostly stole kills. As you can see, their team did not do that great. The only one who did great is the SU-26 on artillery. I know it's ironic for an artillery to do that great, but you need to understand that artillery has a movable turret. Okay, semi-movable turret, but still that is dangerous for any other tank. Now we are going to the teleport. As you can see here, I already told you how much credits I earned. Now shots fired 31, direct hits 17, only 15 penetration. There is 0 splash damage because I'm not playing RT, and hits received 5, only 3 penetrated me, not me as in me, and I only got 1 non-penetration. And so yeah, I can say that This was a pretty good match. And yeah, and also what I wanted to tell you is that this is, I wouldn't be calling it more personal, but it's more revolved around our channel. And let me tell you, I really would like for more people to gather here. If you're someone who likes my videos and have friends, please share them. Share my videos to your friends. Even though I know some of your friends, and that is how the society works, might say, oh my god, how can you watch him? I mean, he just started the intro. Oh my god, I can't. You're so cringy, man. That is understandable. You don't need to. If you're an introvert like myself, you do not need to show anything that you think will hurt yourself when you show them to your friends. So you do not need to do anything like that. I'm just telling you, if you really want to, and you don't care about what your friends think about what you watch, you can show my channel. Maybe some of them might be interested in it. And I would also like you to share it, because I myself am an introvert, and I don't I myself am breaking my own rules. I'm also somebody who doesn't really like sharing stuff that are, I wouldn't say private, but you know, special to me, that I care about. So yeah, I would really like that if you could share, if you could subscribe, if you could comment in the comment on my videos, tell me, ask me. There isn't a time I would not answer your questions, because I'm just a start YouTuber, so I can still answer your questions if you have some. And yeah, that should do it for this video, and I will see you in the next one.